The paternity revelation. In the heart of Lagos, Nigeria, lived the Okafor's family. Chinedu Okafor, a successful baker. He had the best and biggest bakery in the whole of Lagos. He and his wife Ineka had been married for over a decade. Their love story was the stuff of fairy tales. Two young hearts entwined, promising forever. They had three beautiful children: Adaobi, the eldest daughter with her mother's eyes, Obinna, the mischievous middle child, and little Chudubem, the baby of the family. Chinedu adored his children. Among what he always looked forward to was their times together as a family. He also loved it when they shared their dreams with him and their bedtime stories. Every evening, he would gather them around and spin tales of brave warriors, magical creatures, and distant lands. These times would remind him of his childhood. He would lose himself into nostalgia and live in the dreamland. The Okafor's household was a heaven of love and warmth. No one ever saw the family quarrel, nor did the children ever see their beloved parents engage each other in fits of anger. People around the neighborhood always wondered how the couple managed themselves without ever having public outbursts, especially since it was common occurrence for everyone around. Life isn't always what people think it to be. No one is perfect, especially if they still breathe the air in the atmosphere around. One rainy evening, as Chinedu sat by the window, sipping his tea, his mind wasn't ideal, but he let it wander into wide thoughts. He noticed how Adobe's eyes were different from his own, her skin a shade lighter. Obina's laughter echoed through the house, but it didn't quite match Chinedu's deep chuckle. I think the Boehm's coils were tighter than anyone's else in the family. He wondered how his children all differed from each other, though all coming from within his loins. A thought told him they could have resembled his distant relatives or even the extended family members around. He would need to make some research. He would study their features and link them to those of his own children. But he still felt something tell him those children were all too far away from him or any one of his immediate family members. He was disturbed. He remembered his mother. She always accused his wife of infidelity. She said it without fear or favor, that the kids didn't belong to her son. This was usually said in hushed tones, but on this occasion, his mother had lost her cool. Nneka overstepped her bounds, and the old mother-in-law could not spare her the bombshell. His wife came to join him and took a sip from the cup of tea playfully, but his mind was blank and absent toward her. She noticed his discomfort and inquired of the problem. He only chuckled and waved away her observation. They proceeded on. They got done and went on with their day. Chinedu continued hammering on that thought. He pushed it away. It was absorbed, he told himself. But the seed grew, gnawing at him like a persistent mosquito that would bite at your skin and sing the most annoying song in your ears without you wanting it. He began to observe more closely, comparing features, mannerisms. Not convinced and doubtful, he decided to secretly take hair and blood samples from the children one at a time and went to a lab for a test to be run to see if their gene blueprint would be compatible with his. He didn't like that he had to do this. After all, what if his fears were confirmed? Would he be ready to accept the truth? What would become of his life? His marriage, his future, his adorable wife, his family, if his fears were confirmed on the negative end of the stick. Obina's dimples were reminiscent of a distant relative, not the Okafor's lineage. And Chudubem's laughter is echoed like a secret he wasn't privy to. At this point in his life, he could only await the results and what they would say. All the while, Okafor maintained a calm demeanor despite how agitated this exercise made him feel. He had no choice actually, he had to wait. After what seemed like an eternity to Okafor, the results were out. Please watch out for part 2 to see what happened. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories. Remember, subscription is free.